1968 Blackflower Drive is intended for mature audiences. Listener discretion is advised. You're listening to a Prisons Break production of 1968 Blackflower Drive. Episode 4, Nightmares. Noon at the Blackflower Sheriff Station. Jackie is on the phone dealing with her typical duties. Maple is in her wheelchair at her desk on another phone call. She is snacking on the crust of a large cherry pie.
Okay. But you gotta know, Eunice, if you keep bringing Charlie up to your bedroom, this is going to keep happening. I know it's cold outside at night, but why can't you both just sleep downstairs? Because Charlie has trouble going down your stairs, that's why. Jackie. Okay, Eunice, we got the Owen brothers coming over to your place and they'll help Charlie down the stairs. You're welcome. And next time, Eunice, keep the cow sleepovers downstairs. Okay, bye-bye.
Crisis averted.
Thanks, Maple.
You are welcome. Are we done? Because I'm just going to pop on by to Dr. Peel's and give this cherry pie to Cheryl. Sometimes a bit of home can make all the difference.
Give him my best.
Will do. You do the same with Gil now, won't you?
Yes.
I left you some chocolate chip muffins in the basket. Bye for now.
Jackie waves politely but curtly as Maple exits. Jackie clicks on her phone over to Gil.
Sorry about that.
At Gil's place, he is seated at his desk, a few files neatly organized in front of him. His ship in a bottle that he was working on before, unfinished, as if immediately abandoned.
No problem. Everything all right?
Yeah, just normal Blackflower duties. You know, cow in every bedroom.
Press 2 to delete that last statement.
Okay, where were we?
Well, you were pitching to me the idea that what you witnessed last night was the result of salt water, laced with hallucinogens, pumped into an abandoned home in a deserted neighborhood. Sound about right?
Well, when you say it like that, it sounds ridiculous.
No, I heard it the same way. Can I ask you, big sis?
What?
Were you drunk?
No.
Had to ask.
You didn't have to ask.
So what do you think happened?
That's why I'm calling you... Drunk? Really, Gil?
Sorry.
Have you ever encountered anything like this on one of your cases?
You mean some elaborate, impractical, comic book villain ruse with no clear objective rhyme or reason? No.
What if it's something else?
You mean... What? What do you mean?
Supernatural.
Supernatural. You really want to lead us down that path?
I shot into an open window. And the bullets stopped in mid-space, as if they hit something that wasn't there. And those things inside, I don't know what they were, but I was afraid to step into that house today, Gil. Something's wrong.
As Gil considers what to say, Jackie again tries the camera memory card from last night. No data.
You ever come across anything like this?
I worked with a psychic on a case once.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well.
How was that?
Unremarkable? I don't know. He came in, we filled him in on the case. He went into a trance for like 2 minutes, mumbling incoherently. Then he came out of it, gave us a detailed description of the killer, the location of the murder grounds, and where to find the latest hostage. I mean, there wasn't any spectacle, but we did close the case that day.
That day?
Mm-hmm.
Did you suspect the guy, the psychic?
Sure, but the guy had an airtight alibi.
So you believed him? He was legit. It was real.
I don't know, but I can't explain how he knew what he knew.
How did you clear him?
Oh, he was relatively high profile at the time, doing lots of interviews and talk shows. It was just after all those coma patients woke up at St. Leon's Hospital. Remember that? Our psychic was that guy.
Perry Morbus.
Perry Morbus, yeah, that's him. Good memory.
It's not memory. I think I just found another person of interest.
At Psy-Chick's home, Lee watches the footage from Mo's camera of the night before on a big screen TV. Due to poor lighting, he can barely see the rotten, blackened, living skeletons. Curly watches as well, still shaking his head in disbelief while munching on smoked oysters from a tin. Mo is off to the side, avoiding the video. She fidgets and stares at a suggestive portrait of Psy-Chych mounted on the wall. The POV footage shows Mo retreating to the Team Iris van.
Why did you back away? Mo. Why did you back away from the scene? Just when it was getting interesting. Mo?
I thought it would be better represented by a wider angle.
Fail! You're so much better than this, Mo. This is useless. Is the rest like this? From inside the van? Does anything else happen?
I haven't looked at any of it yet.
Well, look at it now. Don't just glance.
I kind of passed out in the van.
That's basically it.
Well, this is a joke. The only semi-decent remotely usable footage was those skeletal things. But the lighting is too low. Why didn't you use the camera spotlight?
Glare from the window. I couldn't see a
But
thing.
the window was busted out at that point.
Even worse, the spotlight's beam just stopped at the window like a dead spot. The picture actually appeared dimmer.
Golly, I wish I could have been there.
No, you don't, you numbskull.
Well, you'll get your chance.
No.
What do you mean?
We are going to get proper coverage of this place. We are going in there and getting accurate, representational documentation on whatever is going on in there. If this is real, then we will have authentic proof of the supernatural. We'll never struggle for a story or funding again. Subjects and donors will line up for us. And if it's fake, even better. Who's behind this? Why are they doing it? How are they doing it? Team Iris won't be just on the map. We'll redefine it.
We can't get in there. Jackie taped it off. It's a crime scene.
Fuck me.
There's got to be something that we can use on the tape.
No. We need more than that. We need interaction. We'll just have to go in tonight before the state police get involved.
You don't know what you're doing.
Curly, are you in?
Oh, I'm in like it's yesterday.
What does that mean?
It means if you asked me yesterday, we'd be going in the house tonight.
We are going in tonight.
Exactly.
Sometimes I think, Curly, never mind. You're in? Good. Now, go outside and get the memory card from Big Red in the van. It's probably lame footage, but I want to be thorough.
Gotcha.
And Curly, be careful with the camera.
Two hands.
Take
Two
your
hands.
time.
I got it.
I take it you don't want to go back?
I didn't say that.
Because we need you on this. You're the best camera operator out there.
You could have fooled me.
That's because you didn't have me there to direct you. Larry was too busy interfering to help properly document the important story. I appreciate the fact that he was trying to save someone, but that's the job of a rescue worker, not the job of a journalist. We have a noble profession. We are the purveyors of truth.
I get that. It's like being in a relationship. You have to be honest.
Lee notices Mo standing next to the suggestive painting of Psy-Chych.
For me, personal relationships pale to the importance of professional relationships. Do you understand?
I guess.
Let me clarify. I'd rather have a quality team than a fling with a bisexual.
He nods toward the suggestive Psy-Chych portrait and Mo sneaks a peek toward it. She blushes and hides her hopeful smile.
Okay.
You understand?
I understand.
Okay, you with me?
I'm in.
You're in.
I'm in.
Good. That's important, Mo. I need you. We need you. Thank you.
Lee rewinds the footage tape, searching for something.
Now, how's Curly with sound?
Capable. Well, surprisingly good, actually. He's oddly quick with the tech stuff.
That is surprising and encouraging.
Yeah, but without Larry or Psy-Chych, shouldn't they be here?
They're still on the team, but if Larry is in the hospital, he's useless to us for this. And if Psy-Chych is in the city, she won't be back in time. But
What?
I have an idea for a temporary replacement for tonight. An ace in the hole.
I got it. Nothing's broken.
At Jess Martin's duplex, Jess and Psy-Chych, still disguised as Rachel, are searching through the stacks of files in silence. Until...
You ever been to Blackflower?
Yeah, a few times.
What'd you think?
Oh, it has its charm.
That's one way of putting it. The other is to say it's a first-rate, grade-A, 4-star shit bucket, pardon my French.
Mr. Martin, if that's French, then I'm Marie Antoinette.
Oh, call me Jess.
Okay, Jess.
Hey, people think that the world will end millions of years from now. Some say hundreds of thousands, but it's more like a precious few months, maybe weeks. Human cruelty continues to grow exponentially and is beginning to fold in on itself. Like space collapsing, like a black hole of human malevolence. I don't mean to give the place a bad name. Blackflower's had its hardships. It used to be beautiful, though. Back when it was Trayton.
Trayton?
Yep,
Back when it was called Trayton. What do you mean?
Trayton.
Trayton. Wait, like Philip Trayton?
Yep. Philip Trayton Sr. founded the town back in the 1800s, back when it was just a simple logging camp. It had these big, thick, healthy trees and these lush river that just flowed through the center of town.
The Fluss.
That is right. I've seen paintings that are just... Oh, wait!
Jess hurries out of the room. Once gone, Psy-Chych scrambles through the files until she finds the deed of Philip Trayton III. Thinking quickly, she hides the paper in her blouse right before Jess re-enters.
Hey, take a gander at this.
He displays a large painting of a gorgeous valley with large trees and a sparkling river. A few homes are peppered along the banks, including the home at 1968 Blackflower Drive. There is something about the painting that is almost hypnotic.
What'd you think?
Well, that is not a shite bucket.
You have an accent.
Sometimes.
Who do you work for?
The city.
You think I don't know who works at City Hall?
He points aggressively at the front door monitors in the corner with pictures of people lined around them.
But I'm new.
Fine. But who do you answer to? Remember, I know all of them.
Jess panics and checks the monitor. It shows a nondescript figure holding a package. He points.
Do you work for that one?
No.
Then who?
I'm a reporter.
Oh, shit!
The door creaks and the monitor reveals that the nondescript figure has entered the duplex. Jess quickly and quietly grabs Psy-Chych and thrusts her into a secret cabinet. Surprised, she obeys and peeks through the crack of the cabinet door.
Don't make a sound.
A nondescript figure enters the room. A black cloth covers the figure's face.
What do you want?
The figure pulls out a small device and pushes a button.
I need the files.
Which files do you need?
The nondescript figure presses more buttons.
The adoption papers for the child of Patricia Wiles.
Patricia Wiles? Well, that would be Blackflower County, in that pile over there. Or in this stack over here, or there, and some of it in that area. It'll take some time to retrieve them.
The nondescript figure holds out his hand to shake with Jess.
Okay, I'll get it.
Jess starts to go through a nearby stack. The nondescript figure insists on shaking hands.
I'm not a handshaker, sorry.
The nondescript figure grabs Jess's wrist with a gloved hand and presses a fist, armed with a large satanic ring, into Jess's arm. Jess pulls away and rubs his arm.
Oh, you have about 6 minutes before the poison courses through your veins and stops your heart.
Jess checks his arm and discovers 2 little bite marks where the nondescript figure pressed the large satanic ring.
I'd advise finding that file.
Jess takes a step toward the nondescript figure, and the nondescript figure draws a stun gun.
I'd advise finding that file.
Jess desperately scrambles around the room, tearing through documents. In the cabinet, Psy-Chych spots a gun handle sticking out behind a box. She reaches for it, but makes a sound and freezes. The nondescript figure quickly looks over.
Is there someone else here?
I live alone.
The nondescript figure pockets the device and pulls out a pen. After flicking it, a sharp blade juts out. The nondescript figure approaches the secret cabinet. Inside, Psy-Chych slowly grabs the gun. She pulls it out, but to her horror, it is only the gun handle.
I have it. Here.
The nondescript figure swiftly pivots, snatches the file from Jess, and skims through it.
It's mislabeled, though. It's not an adoption contract. It's a will.
How's your heart?
The antidote. Quick! The antidote!
The nondescript figure, once satisfied the vial is accurate, pulls out a small vial. Jess vomits bloody foam.
Good job.
Jess, his face red with effort, breathing shallow, grasps for the vial. The nondescript figure playfully keeps it out of reach.
The antidote! I need it.
I never said I had the antidote.
Jess tries to grab at the nondescript figure. The nondescript figure easily backs away and watches Jess fall to the ground, clutching his chest and struggling for breath.
Daughter.
The nondescript figure calmly slips the file into an inside jacket pocket.
My daughter. My daughter, Mandy.
Don't worry. I'm sure your wife is taking good care of that. But if you want, I'll look in on her from time to time.
Jess fights to stay alive while the nondescript figure just watches. Once Jess lies still, the nondescript figure opens the vial and dumps its contents beside Jess's corpse. Then the nondescript figure stands up, scans the room, and ends on Psy-Chich's cheap briefcase. Psy-Chych watches in fear. The nondescript figure, back to her, looks down at her briefcase, checks watch, then exits the room. Psy-Chych changes her position and spies on the monitors. She watches as the nondescript figure leaves the house, careful to shut the front door. Psy-Chych slips out of the secret cabinet, eyes still on the front door monitor in case the nondescript figure returns. She kneels by Jess. He is clearly dead. Body crumpled, face contorted, eyes blank. She sees the contents of the vial the nondescript figure dumped beside him. A dead black widow. Horrified, she looks around for her phone but quickly realizes there are none around. Psy-Chych shakes herself away and goes for her briefcase, but it is gone. The nondescript figure must have taken it. Pale with fear, Psy-Chych exits. In Dr. Peel's office, sunshine warms Cheryl B's face as she stirs from a deep slumber. She slowly opens her eyes to see her father, Bill, watching over her and stroking her hair.
Hey, honey, how are you?
Dad, are you okay? I heard a shotgun blast.
I'm dead. But how are you?
You're dead?
Yeah, but it's okay. Are you okay?
I don't know. How's Grandma?
Not good, but we'll manage.
I wish there was something we could do.
So do I.
It's good to see you. I was so worried.
So was I. What happened?
What's that sound?
It's a white noise maker. I thought you might like it. It's got different sounds, though I could change it if you want. There's lush forest, endless rain, deep ocean.
Bill leans over to read the white noise machine, exposing a dark blood stain on the stomach of his shirt.
Dad, you're bleeding.
Oh, that, yeah, it's not good, but we'll manage. A campfire crackle, soothing midnight, expansive space.
Dad, let me look at it.
Cherry, you need to lay down and rest.
But that's dark blood. That means...
All you need to do is reach out, grab, pull back.
What?
Listen to my voice. It relaxes you. You want to do the things I say. It feels right. You understand. It feels normal.
No.
Reach out.
No.
Grab.
No.
Pull back.
No.
Cheryl B. shakes her head, but her actions betray her as she reaches out and grabs underneath his blood-stained shirt. Bill makes a pained face as she pulls out his insides.
No, make it stop.
Bill's face begins to decay rapidly, exposing black bones.
Reach out. Honey,
Honey,
you're dreaming. Grab.
You're
having a nightmare. Pull back. Wake up. Wake up.
Cheryl B. looks down at her hands, but instead of bloody entrails in her grip, she holds the red guts of cherry pie. She looks up and sees Maple looking back at her.
Are you with us now? Are you awake?
What happened?
Well, you were having a doozy of a nightmare. You wouldn't wake up.
Where's my dad?
And then you went for the pie. Not how I would have enjoyed it, but to each his own.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay, dear.
Where's my dad?
I don't know.
Is he all right?
I don't know. Is he in trouble?
I don't know.
Jackie is cruising across a long stretch of road in her cop car. Up ahead, Jody's Blackflower police SUV is swerving erratically towards her. Alarmed, she flips on the sirens and stops at an angle on the road.
Stop the car now!
As the other car skids to a halt, Jackie grabs a shotgun and exits her vehicle. Armed with the shotgun, she approaches the car.
All right, I want you to slowly put your hands, palms out, through the windows of the vehicle.
Jackie sees a struggle inside and rushes forward. Kelvin is in the back, reaching over with cuffed hands and strangling Jody, who is in the driver's seat. Ron is in the passenger seat, barely conscious.
Stop it right now, Kelvin!
Jackie aims the shotgun at him, but Kelvin only glares at her. She raises the gun straight up and fires twice in the air. The sound is deafening and shocks Kelvin into submission. Jody wriggles away from Kelvin's slackening grip and exits the car. He falls to the street. Jackie aims the shotgun back at Kelvin.
Hey, you okay?
He attacked
You all
Ron,
right?
set him on fire, then he attacked me. He's trying to kill us. Shoot him, Sheriff.
Jackie sees Ron. His face, hands, and arms are covered in second and third degree burns. There's also dirt in the wounds from rolling on the ground trying to put out the fire.
Shoot him, Jackie. He's our killer.
Jody pulls out his gun and aims it at Kelvin, who closes his eyes, ready to be shot.
Jody, stand down. I've got this.
But
Holster your firearm now. That's an order.
He reluctantly puts his gun away and rubs his neck.
Now listen to me. Are you listening, Jody? Listen.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you okay to drive?
I think so. Yes.
Are you okay to drive?
Yes.
Good. Take my car, drive to the station. On the way, call Dr. Peel, have him meet us there along with Cherry.
Who?
Cheryl B. Got that?
But what about...
Got that!
Copy that.
Good. Drive safe.
Jody goes to Jackie's cruiser and drives off. Jackie slowly opens the car door to Kelvin, still pointing the shotgun at him.
Okay, Kelvin, let's do this nice and easy.
If you're gonna kill me, just shoot me now!
I just need to secure you for both our safety. No one is dying today.
I don't want no electrocute chair.
She carefully pulls out her handcuffs and attaches his already cuffed hands to the metal loop in the middle of the back seat. She checks to make sure Kelvin is safely shackled. Then she notices that Kelvin has a big black eye and a bloody lip.
Jody do that to you? Hey, Ron, hang in there, buddy. We're gonna get you fixed up real soon. It's all right.
In Violet's bedroom, Chrissy Ann sits with her daughter. They hold hands. Chrissy Ann's mangled face does not seem to bother Violet.
So, we finally talk. How come you waited so long?
You weren't ready.
How was I not ready?
Emotionally, physically, psychically.
I don't know what that means, like, specifically.
Well, it means if I came back sooner, you've most likely have gone insane or had a heart attack or make it so we could never be able to communicate.
I mean, how do you know that's what would have happened to me? It didn't happen to Dad. And, I mean, Dad was like a baby when his grandmother died.
I don't
and
know,
then
Violet. I don't know. Instinct. It's like you saw that milk was in the refrigerator 10 minutes ago. So you know milk is in the refrigerator now, even though you're not looking at it.
You mean like object permanence?
I don't know that term.
Well, it's what you just described. I mean, how is that relevant, Mom? How's it relevant?
I don't know. Let's just say I knew you wouldn't be ready.
So you're just like Dad, you don't believe in me?
I do. But just because you're smart doesn't mean you know everything.
Yeah. I can't believe I'm talking to you.
I'm glad we are.
Did you miss me?
Of course.
Did you ever check in on me?
Constantly.
I think I sensed that. I think I felt you here a few times. Like having a deja vu or something.
That was probably me. You're very attuned.
Violet takes a good, long look at her mother's crippled face.
Do you hurt?
I don't have to, but I do.
Why? Why do you have to?
I don't know how not to feel pain.
Yeah, I understand that. Does it get better?
I hope so. Violet, you have to be brave and do the things you want to do. You may not always get the chance. I have to go soon. Your heart can only take so much of this right now and until you're stronger, but I will be back.
Violet nods, deep in thought. She feels for her heart in her chest.
Did Dad kill you?
In the kitchen, Perry worriedly looks over at Violet's bedroom. A smile appears on his face, half relieved and half pessimistic resignation.
Welcome to Perry's House of Bizarre Family Reunions. Hey! Stop peeing on my flowers!
The ghost Great Dane, Loki, is peeing on a potted plant on the floor. Loki looks at Perry but doesn't stop. The plant fades to black. Outside Perry's flower house, Mrs. Potterson peers into the window of the closed shop. One of 4 in the mini strip mall. 2 doors down, Barry exits his establishment, Barry's Bar and Barbecue. He wears a shirt that says, "I saw, I drank, and I don't remember the rest." He begins hosing off his storefront sidewalk that has a mix of broken glass and vomit. He sees Mrs. Potterson, scratches his butt and waves. She huffs and returns a restrained nod. He smiles.
Hey, Miss P. How you doing? Come on, Mrs. P. We never talk. Where were you last night? We were looking for you.
Excuse me?
There we go. Where were you? We were bumping muffins all night long last night.
What on earth do you mean?
Well, we had a special night last night. Full night, bull dyke, all right. Where were you?
Let me tell you something. You've got a lot to learn, Barry.
How's that now?
You've got a lot to learn.
Why? You don't like lesbians?
The term bull dyke that you're throwing around. Dyke refers to a woman's vulva, and bull is obviously a masculine symbol. So the term bull dyke is basically a male C-U-N-T. So thank you, no. I won't be attending the event you so graciously just invited me to that occurred last night.
What, you got a problem with lesbians?
My best friend from boarding school was a lesbian. She taught me more about life, love, and how to be a woman, more than any other person I've ever known. Yet she was taunted and bullied all of her life by men such as you, Barry, you. So to associate a male identity like a bull to arguably the most iconic and precious of female attributes, the vulva, is ignorant. And that, sir, I have a problem with.
Mrs. Potterson returns to the window. Barry shifts his weight from foot to foot, his face red with embarrassment, his mind whirring.
Pardon, Miss Potterson?
What?
I have a bunch of homosexual women friends. And I wanted to do something nice for them, being that everything is tough in this town and all right now. So I suggested that we make a night of it. And I said, we'll call it Full Night, Bull Dyke. All right. They all laughed, so I thought it'd be okay. I didn't mean to make a problem. Can I ask a question?
You may.
What does ignorant mean?
Ignorant. Ignorant.
Ignorant.
Yes. Oh, Barry. Yes. It's what someone is right before they learn something.
So I guess I'm like unignorant right now then, right? Because I won't use that term no more.
That's very good, Barry.
Hey, you know, I haven't seen Perry come in today, but sometimes he comes in late. I mean, if you want to wait inside my place, you could sit down and all, and I'll get you a drink on the house, of course.
Do you think he'll come in today, Barry, later?
Oh, it's hard to tell. Perry's a tough read. Nice and all, but a tough read. Quiet. Never really know what he's gonna do.
This is true.
Well, my offer still stands.
Barry?
Yep.
Have you any white wine at your place?
I think I could scrounge up a bottle or two.
Oh, just a glass for me, please.
Okay. No, after you.
Oh.
Psy-Chych needles her way through traffic, splitting her attention between driving and on the lookout for anyone that might be the nondescript figure. She finally parks at the city police department. She takes a moment to calm down, watching civilians and cops go in and out of the building. After a bit, she exits the car and heads towards the police station. Inside, the crowded department has the organized chaos of a busy police station. Criminals are being interviewed and forcibly escorted. People are screaming and cursing. Some are crying. This is routine for the city. Psy-Chych approaches the front desk where a neatly groomed man, Officer Cinch, sits filling out paperwork while on the phone. He is resigned to be overworked and drained of compassion.
Yeah. Wait, what? Are you kidding me? Bodies go missing from the morgue all the time.
Excuse me, I wish to report a homicide that happened.
What is it?
I wish to report a homicide. I witnessed a Jess Martin. Mr. Martin, he was killed. He was murdered by a man. I think there was like a poison. It was out of a ring or something. I don't know, but I definitely saw
Hold on, ma'am. Slow down. Step back and take a breath. I can't understand if you say everything at once. You understand me?
Uh-huh.
Just take a moment. You all right?
Yes.
All right. Now, slowly, what happened?
I saw a man murdered just now.
All right. Are you sure?
Positive.
All right. Where was this?
A few blocks away. His name is Jess Martin. He works for your Koch.
All right, hold on, ma'am, please. Remain calm. All right, I'm going to have you talk to the detective in a minute. If you just take a seat, he'll be right out. Do you need to speak to a grief counselor?
Psy-Chych, stunned by his callousness, shakes her head, turns and sits down on a crowded bench. Officer Cinch regards her with suspicion. Back on his phone and speaks quietly into it. She glances around at the vast array of activity around her. There are neo-Nazis, people with white power tattoos, a kid with a t-shirt that reads, "Kill everybody, kill everything, kill yourself." After a while, a broad-shouldered man wearing a suit with the appearance of intelligence and compassion approaches her.
Hello. My name is Detective Tracy Briggs. What's your name?
Rachel.
Hi, Rachel. Why don't you follow me and we'll go somewhere we can talk in private.
Okay.
He leads her into an interrogation room. On the way, they pass several rooms. One has the door slightly ajar. Psy-Chych gets a glimpse inside and sees a uniformed police officer receiving oral sex from a homeless person. They enter a simple room that has fluorescent lighting, a large mirror on the wall, and a table with 2 chairs.
Have a seat.
Psy-Chych, a bit wary, sits. Detective Briggs sits across from her, pulls out a notepad and writes.
So, Rachel, you want to report a crime?
A murder.
A murder? Who do you think was murdered?
A man, Jess Martin. He works for your courts.
Our courts. You're not from around here?
I'm from Blackflower.
Ah, and what brings you to our city?
Friends?
Okay. So, who was the killer?
I don't know. A man, maybe. He was wearing this thing on his face, like a mask.
Balaclava?
A what?
A balaclava. Never mind. Go on, Rochelle.
Rachel.
Rachel. Yes, of course. Sorry. Go on.
Oh, he had this device. It made him sound like a young girl.
A young girl, huh? You mind if I record you? I'm a terribly slow writer.
She nods. He pulls out a small recorder and clicks it on.
Now, why don't you tell me what happened from the beginning? And start with your full name and address.
My name is Rachel.
She notices the detective's wedding ring finger is absent of a ring but has a tan line. She looks at him and he meets her gaze.
Something wrong?
Can I ask you a question?
Shoot.
Are you married?
Strange question, but no.
Are you recently divorced?
Why do you ask?
His smile fades and an odd expression swells on his face. Her eyes widen in fear. She stands up and goes to the door. He follows her.
Oh, I made a mistake. I didn't. I made a mistake.
Hey, now, wait a second.
No, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I didn't see anything.
Rachel, what's wrong? What did you see?
No,
Talk to me.
I'll be okay. I didn't see you. I didn't see anything. I promise. I was mistaken. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna forget the whole thing.
They are at the door. He blocks her exit.
Rachel, you seem rattled. I'm worried about you. Let me have an officer take you home.
No, of course, no. That's all right. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't. You'll never hear from me again.
She slips out the door. With a confused look on his face, Detective Briggs walks over to the table and replays the conversation.
My name is Rachel.
Rachel
My name is Rachel.
Rachel Tolson. Rachel Tollenser. Rachel Tollenser. Rachel Tollenser. Rachel Tollenser from Blackflower. What were you doing here, and what did you see?
He pulls out his phone and dials.
Hello, this is Detective Briggs. Connect me to Ms. Circle.
Outside Perry's house, Lee approaches the front door. He stops before knocking and puts on a somber face.
Mr. Morbus,
I'm not sure if you remember me. I tried to interview you.
What do you want, Lee?
Oh, you remember me. Thank you, Mr. Morbus. Anyway, I'd like to speak to your daughter, Violet, if I may.
Regarding what?
I have a message for her.
She's busy. What's the message?
Well, it's private.
From?
It's from Larry.
How is he?
Hi, Violet.
Hi, Lee.
Perry strokes her hair and deftly checks her pulse.
Are you done?
Mom had to go. How's Larry?
It's complicated. May I come in?
Dad!
Perry lets Lee in, and the three go into the living room. The room is loaded with potted flowers and pictures on the walls. They sit down. Lee ignores Perry's penetrating gaze.
Oh, do you want anything? Coffee, tea, water?
Coffee would be great, thank you.
Dad?
We're out of coffee.
Okay. Tea's fine, anything caffeinated.
We have herbal?
Just water then, please.
I'll have a tea, Dad.
Perry hesitates, then exits to the kitchen.
So how's Larry doing?
Well, his mom took him to St. Ascalia in the city.
I know.
But here's the thing. They don't really know what's up.
What does that mean?
They don't know what happened to him.
He was attacked. He was stabbed, wasn't he?
By whom? By what? The doctors are treating his injuries, but he's got infections they don't know how to diagnose. It's something they've never seen before. They're flying in a specialist tomorrow morning.
Oh my God.
I know, and tomorrow might be too late.
Is he gonna die?
I don't know. He's one of my best friends, and I'd do anything for him. And I know you're fond of him. I know you'd do anything you could to help him.
Perry enters with a mug of tea and a glass of water. He places them on the table and sits.
I hope Tap is okay. What are you two talking about?
What do you need me to do?
The back of the Blackflower Sheriff Station houses a large room with 6 modest jail cells. In one of them, Kelvin lays asleep on a cot, still cuffed. In another lies Ron. His wounds have been cleaned and he sips from a whiskey bottle. Ron is half delirious from the pain and the drink. Jackie gently dabs his wounds with a cloth she dips into a bucket of ice. Jody is on the phone.
Dr. Peel, Eunice's place isn't that far from here, and this isn't coming from me. This is a direct request from Sheriff Jackie. 4 broken ankles.
4 broken ankles? Give me that. Adam, we need you here. Ron got hit by one of Voeller's moonshine balloons. How bad is Charlie?
On the other end of the phone, Dr. Peel is busy in Eunice's home. She sits in the background with a concerned look on her face. Her home is decorated with cow memorabilia.
Oh, no, the cow's fine. The Owen brothers are the ones that fell down the stairs. 4 broken ankles, 2 each.
Dr. Peel is putting splints on the 2 bald brothers in overalls, moaning. Charlie the cow moos contentedly, eating grass from a basket in the living room. Eunice brings over a tray of lemonade.
I need my deputy, Adam.
Is he conscious, coherent?
He's aware but unable to work.
Then there's not much I'd be doing there. I suggest you take him to the city.
St. Ascalia?
No hospitals!
He's a difficult patient.
Look, just clean the wounds as best as you can with cool water, and I'll get there as soon as I can.
Should I put some bandages on them?
No, just leave it be for now. I'll get there soon, Jack. And keep him hydrated.
Jackie watches Ron lift the whiskey to his lips. She replaces it with a glass of water. He drinks.
Okay, see you soon.
Au revoir.
Jackie hangs up and Jody quickly retrieves his phone.
What do we do now?
So, is there anything else you want to tell me about what happened?
Just like I told you, Sheriff.
Okay. Come with me. I want to check something.
She leads him into the main office of the sheriff's station. Jackie rolls Maple's wheelchair out to the center of the room. Then she goes to a basket of chocolate chip muffins and pulls out a plate from the bottom, leaving the muffins inside the basket.
Can I have a chocolate chip muffin?
Maybe after. Now sit.
Why?
Indulge me.
He does, and she places the basket of chocolate chip muffins to his right. Then she gives him the plate.
Now, hold out the plate as if it's a steering wheel.
A little confused, he does, and she crouches behind him.
Don't look at me, look straight ahead. Okay. You're driving along, you got your wounded partner on your right and your person of interest in the back, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You're headed to Dr. Peel's because you want to get your partner fixed up, right?
That's correct.
And your person of interest is cuffed, so you're focused on your driving.
10 and 2, mirror, mirror.
Did you say anything? To Kelvin?
Like what? I mean, I read him his rights. You have the right to remain
Eyes front,
silent.
you're driving. You didn't try to say anything to him. To rile him up?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Jackie suddenly grabs Jody by the throat.
Don't drop that steering wheel. You want to crash? You'll kill all three of you.
Jody gasping, stretching out one hand to hold the plate steering wheel while the other claws at Jackie's grip.
Hey, now how did Kelvin get his black eye?
Jody drops the plate and tries to hit Jackie. She easily backs away from his strike without letting go of him. After a few swings and misses, she lets go and he leaps out of the wheelchair, red-faced and panting.
You motherfucker, what the hell do you think you're doing?
Trying to make a point, Deputy Brine. How did Kelvin get that black eye? Because I know it didn't happen the way you say it did.
Why are you protecting him and attacking me? He's the one who killed 5 people.
We don't know that.
Yes, we do. He tried to kill Ron and me.
That's not proof.
It sure looks like it.
Hey, you've known Kelvin for a long time. You once were friends.
That was a long time ago.
Do you really think he's a killer? He may be slow or think differently than us, but do you really think he's a killer?
But he attacked Ron and me.
Attacked, not killed. If he's really murdered 5 people, don't you think he'd be better at it? How's your neck?
Hurts.
You want a chocolate chip muffin?
Frowning, he nods. She digs one out of the basket and hands him one.
You did a great thing, Jody. Getting Ron here. Probably saved his life. And you brought in Kelvin. Not an easy feat, as we've seen. But the devil's in the details. Kelvin's black eye and fat lip could lead to a lawsuit. And that would ruin us. And this town.
Even if we're just defending ourselves?
That's why I need to know when you hit him.
After I saw what he did to Ron, I hit him. I couldn't help it, Jackie. I'm sorry. He almost killed him.
I know. It's okay. We'll figure out something to write in the report. And I'm sorry I throttled you.
It didn't really hurt, actually. It freaked me out more than anything. I mean, you're kind of crazy. You know that?
Tell it to my ex.
You gonna call him about this?
If the state police get involved, that'll kill our department.
You really think Kelvin didn't kill those poor folks in that trailer?
You say you got pictures of the crime scene?
Jody nods and pulls out his phone. Then he retracts it.
Ron will have better photos.
In Ron's cell, Jackie and Jody are looking through photos of the burned crime scene on Ron's phone. He is sipping whiskey from the bottle again. Jackie replaces it with water.
I mean, look at that. That's just gruesome.
That it is. That's the only similarity to John and Jane Doe.
Okay, that may be so, but why don't you think Kelvin didn't burn up those poor souls?
I didn't say I don't think he burned them. I don't think he killed them.
What are you talking about? He's a firebug. He's a psycho. Look what he did to Ron. Look at the house with all those burn marks. He's a psycho firebug.
I know. First off, enough with the labels. Secondly, my guess is that Kelvin attacked Ron with moonshine balloons.
What is the who now?
Balloons filled with moonshine. It's a trick his father used to scare away coyotes from their chickens. Kelvin was scared. Especially so because of the way the police treated him here last time.
They got chickens?
Used to. And a deformed cow. It had 2 spines, 2 heads, and 5 feet. Sound familiar?
That's that creepy-looking monster that got burned up.
Yep. And you see these burns in the living room?
Uh-huh.
Those are not the burns of a pyromaniac who feed off fire like sex. Those are controlled burns. Even the bedroom showed restraint. If a true pyromaniac lit those fires, that entire trailer would have been cinder. Possibly the whole property. And Ron, he would have been ash.
So why'd he burn them?
Jackie continues to scroll through the pics until she sees one and stops.
What's this?
I don't know, a cardboard box?
What was inside it?
I don't know.
Can you enlarge this and print it out on our printer?
Sure. How big?
400 times, at least. Life-sized.
Okay, but it'll take 4 pieces of paper.
Fine.
What you looking for?
4 sheets of paper printed of the cardboard box with the hole in its side are laid out on Jackie's desk. Around the edge of the hole are the letters KITC on one side and on the other, E. Jackie pulls out the piece of cardboard from the Blackflower house with the letters Hen War.
What's that say? Hen war? Like a cockfight?
I don't think so.
Jackie places the piece of cardboard in the hole of the cardboard box.
Kitchenware.
What does that mean?
I think it's time to wake up Kelvin.
At dusk, downtown in Jupiter Enterprises' main office, Mr. Gaines is laughing on the phone with his headset while feeding papers into a shredder from a tall pile.
Oh, you are so bad. So what did she say? Oh, yeah? What did you do? Oh, that's terrible. Oh, you're awful. Okay, so you gotta tell me, what did she do then? Seriously? Oh, that is so wrong. You were going straight to hell, my friend. Don't I know it? Right, now I'll save you a seat. Hey, you want to hear a real evil joke?
Out of the corner of Mr. Gaines's eye, he sees a light blink at his desk.
I gotta go. No, it'll take too long. Right, no, I know. But that's what makes me so lovable.
He goes to his desk, takes off his headset, and presses a button. The door buzzes and he resumes his shredding. In walks Ms. Circle, again wearing her signature gloves.
Lay it on me, Miss Circle. I'm in a good mood so I can handle all the bad news you got.
I'm sorry to disappoint, sir, but I don't have any bad news to report.
Oh?
The state police are on their way.
To Blackflower?
Yes.
He stops shredding, walks over to the punching bag, and gives it a solid hit.
Yes! Thank God! Oh, it's about time.
He goes back to his shredding.
You don't know, Miss Circle. But Blackflower used to be such a promising town, full of prosperity and potential. Oh, how it fell. It can barely be classified as a town now. It's more like a pathetic village, filled with drugs and unemployment and despair. Ugh, it's a cesspool. You know they don't even have their own sanitation department? They hire a local guy to pick up everyone's trash and deliver it to the city.
Yes, Larry Feinstein.
I think that's right.
It is.
Blackflower is a giant graveyard, and the people living there don't even know it.
But you're going to change all that, right, sir?
Damn straight. They may not like it at first, but it's for the best.
They won't even know what hit them.
They never do, Miss Circle.
As the sun sets on the town of Blackflower, various vignettes play out. In Barry's bar and barbecue, Mrs. Potterson, a little drunk, is telling a story to Barry, who is cracking up. A few other customers enter and Barry serves them up, still paying close attention to the elderly woman. A woman with short hair and gray streaks kneels by a St. Ascalia hospital bed in the city. A bandaged Larry lies unconscious while she prays over him. Violet sits on her bed while Perry and Chrissy-Ann have a heated argument. Finally, she grabs her jacket and storms out. Perry goes after her, but is stopped by Chrissy-Ann with a look. In Psy-Chich's place, Curly and Mo are packing up sound and camera equipment, but Lee continues to study the footage from last night. Dr. Peel is looking over Ron's wounds in his jail cell as Jackie and Jody peek over his shoulder. Then they move to stand outside Kelvin's cell. They watch as he stirs violently in his sleep. Maple sits on the couch in Dr. Peel's office reading a murder mystery book and nibbling on the mashed up cherry pie. In her lap, Cheryl B sleeps soundly until she cries out and her body stiffens. Alarmed, Maple tries shaking her, but Cheryl B will not wake up, remaining stiff as a board. Mildred is in Bill Lincoln's dark kitchen, lit only by a gas camping lantern. She is cooking a large stew at the stove with the shotgun in her hand. A loud telephone ringing startles her and she blasts the phone with the shotgun. Then she goes from room to room, shooting all the electrical appliances. When she returns, she tries feeding her unresponsive son, Bill, some of her stew. She notices the huge cavity in his chest and the large pool of blood. She reloads the shotgun and puts the barrel in her mouth. 8 state police cruisers with lights flashing speed down the highway towards Blackflower. Psy-Chych catches the flashing lights in her rearview mirror. They are gaining. She speeds up. Psy-Chych glances in the rearview mirror and through the blinking red lights sees her briefcase is in the back seat. She looks forward and spots a small spider crawling across the dashboard. She screams and slams on the brakes and swerves off the road, almost flipping the car. The 8 state police cruisers zoom past, except for the last one that lingers behind. It slows, pulls off the road, and stops to check on Psy-Chych. Lee is driving the Team Iris van with Mo and Curly in the back amongst the equipment. Violet sits in the passenger seat and notices when Lee gets a concerned look on his face.
What is it?
Nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing.
It didn't look like nothing.
Larry's gonna be so appreciative of you for doing this.
Yeah, I know.
So, you ready?
I don't know.
You're gonna be fine.
I know. I just wish my dad was coming.
We invited him.
I know.
He refused.
I was there.
I can't believe he let you go.
Well, I can be very convincing.
So I see.
And my mom helped.
How did your mom help?
She talked with him. Yelled, mostly. But man, she really put her foot down.
Your mother's been dead for like 4.5 years or something?
I know.
I went to her funeral, Violet.
Wait, what are you talking about? I'm messing with you, dickhead!
Oh, fuck me!
Oh my god.
Mo doesn't laugh. She only stares soberly at Violet. Their eyes meet.
You guys are in for a real surprise tonight.
The Team Iris van pulls up to the Blackflower house and they all get out to regard the property. The setting sun casts strange shapes of light on the face of the house. Curly begins unloading. Violet stands just before the porch. Lee grabs a backpack and Mo pulls him aside.
I don't think we should do this.
What is it?
I think the kid knows something or is being influenced by something. It's all very dubious.
Personally, I agree. I think she's become unhinged.
Then why are we using her?
She'll make great footage.
This isn't about footage. If we all go in there tonight, we're gonna die.
Shh, maybe. But that's where all the good stories are.
I don't want to die tonight.
Look, I'll let you in on a little secret. I get that you like Psy-Chych. I get it, believe me. And I understand. But you have to
This isn't about Psy-Chych. I just don't want to die tonight. Didn't you see the footage?
Yes, I did.
You saw
Many
what happened.
times. Yes.
You saw what happened.
I don't know what I saw, and neither do you.
I saw Cheryl Herron get killed. Tortured, raped, and killed. And Larry almost stabbed to death.
How? By whom?
I don't know.
Neither do I, but I want to find out.
Then leak the footage to the city news and have the state police or the military
No. It has to be us. One of us has to do this.
You mean you?
So be it.
Your ego's gonna kill us.
Look, personally, I think this whole thing is fake. And I think Violet over there is in on it. I don't know how they did it, and I don't know why, but if it's fake, then it can be explained and handled. If you think the boogeyman is under the bed and you don't look but let your fear fester, conceivably, you can give yourself a heart attack and die. But if you look and find nothing, then you get a good night's sleep, and you're a bit braver against the world.
What if the boogeyman is in there?
Well, then this whole thing is real. And she's not unhinged or guilty, but for real. With supernatural powers. She's our safeguard and can zap us in and out of that place, no problem. Just like in the footage. I mean, she does come from a family of alleged necromancers.
But it almost killed Larry.
We'll be ready. First sign of trouble. Zip zap, we're out.
What if, instead of the boogeyman, it's a psycho with a knife?
That's why we have these.
Lee taps his backpack.
I guess that's why you're the boss.
Huh? Now she gets it. Huh? There she is. All right.
Okay, we're all set. Shall we go in?
Curly is equipped with the sound gear. The rest of the equipment is by his feet. He has set up a camera on a tripod focused on Violet. She has not moved and still stares at the house. Lee looks to Mo, who nods, and they go to Curly. Curly hands Mo her camera, and they grab the remaining equipment and head into the house. At the porch, they stop at the police caution tape. Lee rips it down and opens the door. It's dark inside. Mo turns on the camera and camera light. Curly enters, followed by Mo. Lee looks back at Violet.
Hey, Violet, whatever happens, stay out here, okay? You're our lifeline.
Okay.
You okay?
Yes.
Okay. Wish us luck.
Good luck.
Yeah, okay.
Lee enters the house. The door slowly shuts. The video camera watches Violet. Violet watches the house. Suddenly, she starts having a mild seizure. There is someone behind her. The house lights turn on. In the Blackflower Sheriff's jail cell, Kelvin is sitting on his cot holding the bloody car battery. In walks the crab-like monster who resembles more of a female human, except she has no face, only a large, solitary, shiny silver eye. The crab-like humanoid holds 2 large syringes, which she uses to signal behind her. Jody enters, hanging his head at a strange angle as if his neck was broke. Ron enters next, completely engulfed in fire. Ron takes the bloody car battery from Kelvin. The blood boils from Ron's flaming hands. Kelvin tries to resist as Jody straps him to the cot.
No, please.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Kelvin can only shake his head in fear. Once Kelvin is strapped in, Jackie enters. She hooks up the car battery to the cot and puts on an executioner's hood. The crab-like humanoid mutates into the beaten-up Cheryl Herring. The shiny Silveira has transmogrified into flashing neon rave necklaces that have fused into her face.
I'll give you to the count of 3, Kelvin. Then I gotta pull the switch.
Kelvin sees that Jackie's hand is on a kill switch beside the car battery. Tearing up, he shakes his head no.
1, 2.
Please don't.
If you don't confess to me, I gotta pull the switch, you dumb, stupid, soft-brain mouth breather. Do you know what the electrocute chair is, Special K?
I tried to do right.
I guess you gotta be smarter than that to get into heaven. 3!
Cheryl Herring nods and Jackie pulls the kill switch. The cot electrifies and Kelvin sees his body catch fire. He screams in pain and terror. Then everything shifts. Kelvin is convulsing, but not from electricity. Jackie is on him, shaking him, trying to wake him up. Kelvin opens his eyes and panics. He squirms out of Jackie's grasp and starts flailing about with his cuffed hands. Unsure what to do, Jody exits the cell and closes it with Kelvin and Jackie still inside. Jackie holds up her hands in surrender, trying to calm the situation down. Kelvin's still struggling to wake up from his nightmare.
Kelvin, hey, it's okay. Listen, it's all right. You're not in any trouble. Hey, do you hear me, Kelvin?
Yeah, I'm not going to the electrocute
Kelvin,
chair.
You're not in any trouble.
Can I do anything?
No, stay where you are. Okay. Kelvin, I know you didn't kill your parents.
Kelvin stops and looks at Jackie. Jody is also staring at Jackie.
That's right, Kelvin. This isn't like last time. That deputy doesn't even work here anymore. She's gone. I just want to talk to you about the house at 1968 Blackflower Drive.
Kelvin looks around the room, the nightmare fading away. Kelvin goes slack and slumps to the ground.
Patty!
Hey, it's gonna be okay, Kelvin. It's gonna be okay.
Jackie tenderly goes to him and puts a soft hand on him. Kelvin reaches out and clings to Jackie while sobbing miserably. This has been 1968 Blackflower Drive, starring Brian Dullaghan, Brittany Joyner, Brett Pearsons, Darcy Silveira, Douglas Sarine, Max Koch, Amy Procacci, Matt Kaminsky, Sarah Atwood, Adam Sholder, Scott Conte, Ron Wood, Marypat Farrell, Saahil Anand, Kevin Dorff, Stefan Marks. Written and directed by Brett Pearsons. Executive producer Sarah Pryzibilla. Original score and sound design Brett Pearsons. Audio engineering Sarah Pryzibilla. Special thanks for this episode to Michael Krikorian, Geoff Dunbar, and Evelyn Cott. Episode 5 coming soon.